I'm fashion editor of SHOWstudio, Georgina Evans. I am reporting from Florence, Italy, which is lovely because the last time I was doing this we were in rainy London. Florence, super exciting. We're here for Pitti Uomo. Salvatore Ferragamo are showing here, or they showed yesterday. Really exciting because it's a bit of a homecoming for them. The brand is really connected with Florence. Ferragamo's Palazzo's here, Salvatore passed away here, and they recently funded the renovation of the Fountain of Neptune, which is in the Piazza della Signoria. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And that's where the show was yesterday, which is kind of a huge feat. So it's a beautiful, massive square in Florence with this beautiful fountain, iconic fountain, and a kind of mini version of Michelangelo's David statue. And so the models are literally walking around in the beautiful sunshine around David's feet in the shadow of the fountain. So really lovely and romantic. But yes, as I said, so Ferragamo put money towards this fountain. And that fountain was a real connection to the entire collection. And as Paul Andrew was saying backstage, this whole collection, it was really about honouring Florence, making everything as Florentine as possible. And so all the fabric, I think the vast majority, about 90% of the garments, the shoes, the accessories were all made here in Tuscany. And all the prints reference the fountain itself, lots of dancing, wonderful bodies on shirts. And jumpsuits, and so it was a beautiful honouring of Florence and the connection that the house has with the place. So I'm going to start by talking about shoes, because that's Ferragamo's footwear brand first and foremost, and also that's where Paul Andrew starts his design process. So some really fantastic espadrilles for the men with a cut-out arch of the feet. They really gave a nice, effeminate silhouette. And kind of set the pace for this kind of reimagining of male identity and masculinity that Paul Andrew is kind of exploring throughout this collection. And that really came through in a lot of the tight, slightly skimpy mesh vests, and that with these kind of slightly platform espadrilles of which are really imbued in the house. They're kind of an iconic staple of the brand Ferragamo. Really added an air of femininity, which I really appreciated. The shoes that are kind of the blockbuster of the show were a dual shoe, so it was a suede sock that you can wear separately, in a kind of a strappy sandal, which could be Grecian, but was actually referencing Japan and Salvatore's original trip to Kyoto, so something that Andrew found in the archive. I believe the original shoe was called Kiro or Kino or something like that. So those were really fantastic and can be taken apart, and I think they're going to try and explore doing them in a variation of colourways, which is really fantastic. It's super smart. And then some wonderful trainers, the top of which are made in kind of the traditional Ferragamo factory, and the bottom of which had been rubberized in a sneaker factory. So the two parts of the shoes got sent to different places and then came together for the show. And that kind of coming together of two different ideals really signifies what this collection was about for me. Paul Andrew was saying backstage that he was really fed up with the menswear and the way menswear is progressing, and so just too many hoodies and shirts and logos, and he was saying it's not innovative, it's not progressive. And I feel like this merging of the two really kind of embodies what he was trying to do. So you have the sneaker element there, which is nodding to the youth and nodding to this kind of play that we have in menswear right now, but also this wonderful traditional top, made with craft and care, as everything in Ferragamo is. So I love the duality of that, and I think that's really, really prevalent throughout the collection. Obviously, the Ferragamo customer isn't a 22-year-old who loves logo t-shirts and hoodies. I mean, they could be wrong. But this collection needs to speak to a range of ages. It can't just be for the traditional Italian demographic. So I thought it was really smart to create something that was hybrid like that. And likewise, there are lots of items that will appeal to a variation of customers. So some really fantastic windbreaker jackets, which I feel is quite a new thing for Ferragamo. Styled as if blazers with wonderful leather trousers, and again those vests underneath. And there was a little bit of a breeze like there is today in Florence yesterday. So as models were walking, they were kind of catching the wind with their windbreakers or their lovely linen gabardine suits. So I just thought that was really wonderful as well. It shows you how the models will be wearing them in real day and everyday life. And so I really enjoyed that. Colours we must talk about, because Ferragamo colours are absolutely divine. They're so rich and sumptuous and lovely, and they just feel like they've been plucked from the Tuscan earth. Those amazing rustal earth tones. My favourite were all these deep aubergines, and those are kind of sheeny fabrics, and they were styled in tones, so kind of one tone of purple, a darker purple, a softer purple, and then again in all these textures, so kind of a stiff linen, a really luxury butter leather, and I just loved all these different ideas coming together. It felt so textural, you really just wanted to touch it. There was a sensuality to it as well, and that was kind of David and the mirrors and the sunshine. I think everyone got a bit swept up in the romance of it all, but it was just beautiful. And I have to mention the casting, because there were a few friendly faces walking the runway. Generally speaking, Ferragamo does fantastic casting. There's always kind of a wonderful top model who might have returned to the runway, or and there's always a wonderful age range, but there was kind of, I spotted Peter Saville in there, which is brilliant, and I believe there was an actor called Josh Lucas and many others, but that use of kind of the celebrity is also really important to Ferragamo, and I thought it was really clever of Andrew to bring that back, because Ferragamo is known for its footwear, but it was made famous in the realms of Hollywood. It was Joan Crawford and Marilyn Monroe who wore them at the 7-year itch, that little moment with the dress. And so the shoes are so deeply connected with Hollywood, so deeply connected with celebrity. That's where they started and grew in popularity. So I love that there was all those elements of kind of celebrity spotting while the models were walking in. I thought it was really refreshing. In case you can't tell, absolutely loved this show. I thought it was brilliant. The music was fantastic, 80s, like Gary Oldman and David Bowie, which again kind of rounds off this wonderful collection as really inclusive, challenging menswear, but not in a stereotypical way, through texture, through craft, and through different shapes and styling. And I just thought it was really, really gorgeous. Congratulations, Paul Annie. Congratulations, Salvatore Ferragamo. A fantastic show. There's lots more live reviews coming in soon, so